JaVale McGee has been in the NBA for quite a while now. He has been in the league since 2008 and has proved he's not all that bad. His NBA career started off well as he was the starter of the Washington Wizards and he was pretty good. But the deeper he went into his career, the more he was being looked at as a joke. He was constantly being featured on Shaqtin' a Fool, where they show the worst and funniest plays that have happened recently. That would cause JaVale's career to take a bad turn, like to the point where he was a roster filler. But he has bounced back since then, and is now an underrated big man if you ask me. So, how did it all happen? How is everybody doing today? It's Portello back with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about JaVale McGee and how he went from a meme to a pretty underrated center. Let's not waste any time, and let's get straight into it. Why don't we go back to the beginning of McGee's career, 2008. He was drafted by the Washington Wizards with the 18th pick of the first round. McGee played in DC for just 3.5 years. His best year was the year he left, where he played 41 games with the Wizards, then got traded to the Denver Nuggets for Nene. McGee would average 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. Not too bad if you ask me. But that same season, JaVale would start messing up and get teased for it. He ended up winning Shaqtin' a Fool MVP. And not once, but twice. The very next season, McGee came off the bench for the Nuggets and was okay. He averaged 9 points and 5 rebounds. But, once again, he won Shaqtin' a Fool MVP. He became the first player to go back-to-back seasons winning it, and the first player to win the award 2 times. The following season, though, was where stuff started getting rough for McGee. He wouldn't win Shaqtin' a Fool MVP, which was good, but suffered an injury which is way worse than that. A fractured left tibia. That would cause him to miss the rest of the 2013-14 season. McGee would return in October of 2014 and played 17 games with the Nuggets, until it was time for him to pack his bags yet again. The 27-year-old was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, and at the time, they were one of the worst teams in the league. McGee wouldn't stay in Philly for long, as in the offseason, he signed with the Dallas Mavericks. And it was really at this point of JaVale's career where he wasn't performing like people wanted him to. He would fracture his left tibia again and was only playing around 10 minutes a game for the Mavericks. McGee was at the time looked at as a meme and either a roster filler or the last guy to make the rotation. But after a couple of years in Denver and not even a year in Philly and 1 season playing with the Mavericks, JaVale knew it was time to step it up a notch. His career seemed like it was falling off and he needed to do something quick. But thanks to this one team, let's just say, his career was revived. In the summer of 2016, JaVale took his talents to Oakland and played for the Golden State Warriors. And just so you know, this was the year that Kevin Durant joined the team. But when JaVale joined the Warriors, his game improved a ton. Even though JaVale wasn't starting and was coming off the bench, he started achieving a couple of milestones, like winning his first NBA title or getting a career high in points, which at the time was 17. JaVale would last in Golden State for 2 seasons. But even though JaVale was playing better, Shaq didn't care. He still featured him on Shaqtin' a Fool and was basically talking down on him. Now, long story short, between the beef of Shaq and JaVale, it was just those 2 men talking smack to each other on Twitter, and it got so bad, their mom stepped in on this. But the beef didn't last too long, and once it was settled, both men went their separate ways. JaVale's career, though, was, like I said earlier, revived in Golden State. In the summer of 2019, the Los Angeles Lakers picked him up, and this is really where he started performing better. The Lakers didn't really have the best center. They did have Anthony Davis, but he's a power forward. So the Lakers gave the 31-year-old a shot, and he proved something to the league. In the 2018-19 season, he averaged 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. This man was seriously underrated if you ask me. He may have not put up the best points, but rebounds and blocks is looking nice. JaVale wouldn't replicate the same stats the next season, but it wasn't bad. But it also wasn't too good. He averaged 6 points, almost 6 rebounds, and a block per game. But he won another ring with the Lakers, so that's cool. But after that season, JaVale would be traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Alfonzo McKinney and Jordan Bell. One thing I find ironic in this trade is that all the players that were traded at one point played for the Golden State Warriors. But anyways, moving on to last season. JaVale played in Cleveland for 33 games and then got traded back to the Denver Nuggets. He was traded for Isaiah Hartenstein. JaVale didn't play too bad that year, as he averaged 7 points, 5 rebounds, and a block per game. So now we come to today. JaVale signed with the Phoenix Suns during the offseason and will now be playing alongside Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. Now, is JaVale McGee an underrated player? I mean, I did say he was in LA, but today, is he still an underrated player? Well, yes and no. He is somewhat underrated, as I think teams should have eyes on him. In my opinion, he would be perfect as a backup center. This man is also in his veteran years, so maybe DeAndre Ayton could get advice from him. That's just my opinion though. But in general, JaVale isn't a bad player. He is a good defender because of getting boards and blocks. Also, he can put up a few points here and there. Now, I don't think JaVale is capable of starting anymore, but for the remainder of his career, having him as a backup center who plays around 15 minutes a game would be perfect, and we'll just see how well he'll perform next year. I wish him the best. That'll be it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, please consider to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. I'm out.